About to leave, already packing.
Hi everyone, it's Sahara, the budget coach here, and I have a special guest with me.
Hello, my name is Ellie, the artist.
Ellie is my 11-year-old daughter, and she is a part of my emotional spending story from last week. So that is why she is joining us in video number 2. So last week we discussed emotional spending, and I shared some intimate details about my emotional spending from the last month. If you have not checked that video out, please go out and check it. Go get it. It's video number 1. Go look at that. Share that. I'm sure that you'll love it. So this is part 2. So this is a continuation from that video. So the objective of last week's video and the objective of this week's video is to identify when we are emotionally spending and be able to stop dead in our tracks, so that we don't have to move forward with spending that money, right? So again, the objective of last week's video and this week's video is to identify the point in which we are emotionally spending and stop, so that we will not have to continue with spending that money. So what is emotional spending? Okay. And I'm reading you the definition from Google. Emotional spending is when you purchase a product or service in an attempt to ease or avoid negative feelings instead of to fulfill an actual want or need. So, in other words, you are spending to make yourself feel better instead of spending on things, items, services that you really want or something that you may need. All right? So, we're going to talk about a time last week when I was in an emotional spending state and I didn't save myself. I did not save myself. Okay. I continued with that purchase. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that now. It includes Ellie. So I give my children the responsibility of developing a grocery list. And, they just put a Post-it on the refrigerator, and anytime we run out of something, they add to the list. Any dinner ideas, they put on the list. And then I take that list and I go shopping. So I took that list and, I'm going through the different items on the list, checking them off. And then I come to something that Ellie had placed on the list. So Ellie went and on her part of the list, she wrote that she wanted strawberries, blackberries, or blueberries, right? So strawberries, blackberries, or blueberries. And wait, hold up. So I just want you to know that Ellie she knew what we were talking about in this video. So she actually wanted to commemorate the video by painting a beautiful berry. Can you see that? It's nice, right? Yes, beautiful. So again, going back to the story. So Ellie wrote strawberries, blackberries, or blueberries. All right. You may say, okay, so what triggered you on the list or in those words? So it was the or that triggered me. The or triggered me. And I felt some type of way by the or because I was thinking to myself, what in the world is making my child think that she cannot have all of these berries, right? So why would she think that she could have one or, pick one? Strawberries, blackberries, or blueberries? No, it's fruit. If you eat fruit, okay, you can get the whole thing. All of it. Dessert, that's another story. You might get one. You may get 2 if it's a good week. But fruit? I'm thinking to myself, in the store, talking to myself like, what? Why? In the store talking to myself. People thinking I'm crazy, but it's par for the course. Why does my child think that she can only have one?
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.
These berries, right? So the ores would triggered me. And she also did that with cereal, but we'll eat the cereal. Right now, I'm probably talking about the berries because they're still sitting. But I'm going to talk to Ellie a little bit, and I'm going to bring her into the conversation, and I'm going to ask her just basically her feelings around the issue, the matter, right? Because I came home and I shared this with her, and I said, Ellie, like, what makes you think that you could only get one of these berries? And so that's basically what I'm going to ask her now, and I'm going to let you all hear. So, Ellie, when writing the grocery list, why did you feel that you needed to put or in between the berries? Why did you feel or?
Because you're always telling the people to save, and you're always saving, and you always complain about how berries are so expensive.
That ain't a lie. That ain't a lie. Those berries be expensive. You know, you get one little container that one person can eat, and they cost like $3 and $4. Okay, I'm gonna calm down. So Ellie saying that I'm complaining when I buy berries, and she's not wrong. Not wrong. But for some reason, it made me feel some type of way when she felt that she couldn't have it. I do complain about those little berries. Again, because they cost so much and they come in little packages. And she's not wrong at all. But I don't want her to feel that way. I don't want her to feel that she cannot get any fruit that she wants in this world, right? So what did I do? I went and I purchased so many packages. A big package of blueberries. I purchased like a type of package that had 3 of them in it, like the raspberries and the blackberries and the blueberries. I purchased 2 packs of strawberries. I went over what I actually needed to spend. And the reason I went over was because my child felt like she couldn't have. And that bothered me. It bothers me when I feel like my child feels that they can't have, or that now they can't have everything. They can have fruit. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about all that games and stuff like that. Nah. The fruit, yeah, you getting that. But that bothered me. So I spent over and above and beyond what we actually needed. So much so that now, a week later, we sitting with a bunch of berries in the refrigerator. Ain't nobody cut up no strawberries. You know how you cut them up and you put sugar in them, put a little bit of water in them, like Gramps told us how to do. Ain't nobody cut up a strawberry. There's still bunches of blueberries nobody ain't eat. It's a bunch of berries in my refrigerator right now that I'm going to have to use and make a smoothie with because they going bad. And ain't nobody eating them. That goes to show that I overspent because I was triggered by something that my child said. Now, what about you? And what are you going to do when you feel that trigger? First of all, you have to be able to identify when you're about to emotionally spend. You know, I'm, like I said, in the grocery store talking to myself, just getting mad at this list. Like, why she think, she can't have all these, she can have these berries. Talking to myself, just crazy. But that triggered me, and that caused me to overspend. And those berries aren't cheap, okay? Okay. It's okay. Still not cheap. It's still expensive. But I don't want my child to be feeling like she's in lack or like she can't have. And so that was my issue. Anything else you want to say?
No.
So, What I want you to be able to do this week is I want you to be able to identify when you are triggered by something that's causing you to spend, especially causing you to spend on things that you don't even actually need, right? Be able to identify it and be able to stop in your tracks. So again, I am Tahara, the budget coach, and this is
Ellie the artist.
Ellie the artist. See, Ellie the artist. You can follow Ellie on Instagram at real_artist_Ellie. She does amazing work, y'all. And subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you very much for listening to our story, and we hope that we have been of service to you today.
About to leave, already packing.